Alright, what is up guys? We'll get right into this battle. First, this guy leads off with a Turkle, and I lead off with my Mamoswine. Knowing that he's gonna think I'm gonna Stealth Rocks, I decided to Earthquake. And because he thinks I'm gonna Stealth Rock, he Lava Plumes just to get damage off on me. And because of how much damage I did with that Earthquake, I know he's gonna decide to switch out, so then I Stealth Rock. So once he Stealth Rocks, once I Stealth Rock, he switches into Rotom Wash. And kind of scared of what he can do, I switch into my special wall just to eat up anything that he wants to hit me with, which is my Goodra. So once this Goodra comes out, he actually decides that he's not going to hit me with special attack, and he's going to Will-O-Wisp me and burn my Goodra, which is okay. But my Mamoswine has a Lumberry on it, but there's again nothing I could really do with my Mamoswine, so it's a good switch. And here he comes into his Clonkador after that, knowing that he can't do nothing with my Goodra either. I decided just a Dragon Pulse. Either way, even if he stayed in with his Rotom Wash or switched into something, I knew Dragon Pulse was going to do something. So here I decide I think he's going to Ice Punch, so I switch into my Arcanine to take up the ice. But it did not turn out that way. Luckily, I intimidated him, and with his superpower, it lowered his attack again. So therefore, I will eat this next Mach Punch he decides to hit me with, and hit him with a Flare Blitz. The Flare Blitz in the sun. That was like awful. I don't know why. So suicide my Arcanine with that. That's okay. I switch into my Mamoswine knowing that he's going to get Sun up again because it just went down after that turn. So, yep, there's Turkle. And not knowing what he's going to do here, I figured that either way, if he stayed in, I was just going to get off the Earthquake just in case he did stay in which he did. I'm guessing he was going to Rapid Spin that turn because he figured, I don't know what he was thinking, but I'm glad he stayed in. Got rid of the Sun. His Sun setup possibility after this Sun goes away. So here he sends in a Houndoom, so I decided to switch back into my Goodra. Just again, special attack. I'm not sure what's with this Houndoom, because that Flamethrower in the Sun did not do nearly as much as it should have. So yeah. So here I decide that I'm going to Sludge Bomb. I was thinking of the Flamethrower, but I was like, probably not a good call at all. So I Sludge Bomb, and he switches into his Rotom Wash. And I kind of like this matchup that he put me in, because that Sludge Bomb did a decent amount of damage. This next turn, I was like, wow, I did a good amount of damage, I'm going to go for a Sludge Bomb again. Here, I completely should have thought about it, that he would Pain Split me, and I should have switched into Mamoswine, but I'm also glad I got that poison. So that was a very lucky play on my part. So here I'm gonna Sludge Bomb again. He switches pokes, this time into an Entei, who's gonna take massive Stealth Rock damage, not massive, but a good amount, and take some Sludge Bomb damage, depending on kind of very good low the next time it comes in. So here, knowing that it's going to be a painful Sacred Fire coming up, I switch into my Physical Wall Tangrowth just to sacrifice it, knowing that it's not going to do very much this game. So I do that. I was thinking about switching, I don't know why, but I was like, there's nothing I can do. I thought about sacking Mamoswine, but I was like, Mamoswine's going to do a lot more than Tangrowth, so I decided just to stay in and knock off. So he kills my Tangrowth, and here, I switch into my Gyarados and get off and Intimidate, so that his Sacred Fire will not do anything to a Water Intimidated. Here he switches into his Rotom, take some stealth rock damage, and he switches in on my waterfall, which does a quarter of what health he had left, and then the poison brings him really low, but he has leftovers to bring him a little back up. So I decided to crunch, just in case he was gonna, like, I don't know, switch out to something. I was gonna crunch to do damage to that if he had a grass type or something, which is the next Pokemon he shows is his Mandibuzz. So here, I know these things are 95% of the time physically bulky, so I switched to my Goodra again to take up the Foul Play because I did not want my Gyarados getting hit by that. So between the Foul Play and the Burn, it brings me really low. My leftover brings me up a little bit more. I get a Thunderbolt off just to get some damage on this thing, and hoping that I can get paralyzed, which I do. I just wanted this just in case of that off chance that it decided to go for Roost, and hoping that it would get full paralyzed and not be able to get it off. So my next turn, I switch in my Gardevoir after Goodra dies, and here I just Thunderbolt again. This Thunderbolt from a Gardevoir will kill it from that point of its health. So now it's 3v2. So here next is Houndoom, who takes a good amount of Stealth Rock damage. Here I decide I'm going to switch out and sacrifice my Mamoswine. Here I check the speeds just to see who would be able to come close to outspeeding this thing. So I switch out my Mamoswine because it's slower and has lowest health. So sack that, and then I will go into my Gyarados, and I will eat up a Flamethrower. After my Intimidate, and then I will eat up the Flamethrower, and then hit him with the Waterfall. Literally grab the Waterfall, smack him upside his head, finish the game. So there goes Gyarados putting in work. Which I really love this Gyarados, by the way. It is a random Gyarados I caught while fishing in my first ever Pokemon I caught with a fishing pole. I just decided it was an old rod. Here I finished off his Inte with a waterfall. I was fishing with an old rod, and I decided, I was like, hey, I just got this. I'm gonna go put this in the water. It's a Fuchsia City, and I caught a random Jolly 31 attack and 31 speed Intimidate Gyarados, or Living Gyarados with Magikarp. Really pumped about that. So here's the next match. He starts out with the Gyarados, Gengar, and I start off with the Mamoswine, knowing that he's not going to be able to do much. Actually, he probably could have. So I just straight up Earthquake just in case, and kill it. And this match is a unranked match because the match after my ranked match, which was the first match, I got disconnected the very first move. So to waste off my 10-minute ban, I was unranked. So here he switches in, that's why he's placed out a little weird, little rookie, because as you can see here, he switches in this. I was kind of confused, but I switched out into my Gardevoir, thinking that he was going to hit me with like an Outrage, but nope, he carries Rock Smash. Very unusual. So okay, and I just went straight for the Moonblast, and the next play, even more surprising, he decides to go for an Outrage. So completely ineffective. Moonblast straight to this dinosaur's head. Kills it. So then this next, I think I take out his next two Pokemon with his Gardevoir. Yep, Alakazam. I just go straight for the Shadow Ball. And he Psychics me because I resist it, doesn't do nothing. Barely things. So I take him out with a Shadow Ball. The next Pokemon do come up is a Magnemite. So here, I Psychic, and he takes it to half. He brings me to my last like 30 health, and then I'm gonna switch out because I'm gonna preserve my Gardevoir, wanting it to stay alive, just for the 6-0 sake. Well, there we go. I switching my Gudra to eat up anything that this thing can dish at me. So flamethrower, very nice flamethrower, very nice damage. So here I will just go straight for the Dragon Pulse. He switches out pokes, and I was kind of scared thinking that he was going to switch into Fairy type, but nope, he switches into Lucario, which is I was like, okay. Seeing from what his Pokemon are late so far, I know they're not really that strong, so I knew I would live any move that this thing hit on me. So I just went straight for the flamethrower. I lived the close combat, barely, but I live it. Thank God for my mental calculations that I did. Knowing that his Pokemon are weak. Not quite. What is this thing like? 12 attack and like 20 speed, probably. So here he switches back into Magmortar. I just go straight for the Dragon Pulse again. He Fire Blasts me, and I live it quite well, quite fairly. Again, that was another move where I was like, I know I'll be able to live anything. I saw how much that Flamethrower did. I was like, I'll live it. Which is kind of funny that he carries Fire Blast and Flamethrower. Just gonna point that out. So here's his last poke. It is a Crocodile, right? No. I forget what this thing's called. Crocodile is pulled out of Evolve form. Anyways, I switch in my Tangrowth, and I go straight for the Giga Drain to finish the match. And then he hits me with a knockoff, which was pretty. I was like, ow. Compared to that Surf he decided to hit me with, that was crazy. Why do you have Surf? And then he hits me with a knockoff, which crits me and brings me below half. And I was like, wow. But I gained it all back with a critical hit, Giga Drain. So that's it. That ends the matches. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see y'all next time.